Hi, and welcome to the next edition of Follow Up Friday. Today I have with me once again none other than the fabulous Kimberly Tee. Say hi, Kimberly.
Hi.
Excellent. Welcome to the hot seat, by the way. Everybody gets to sit on the hot seat, and I ask you three questions, plus maybe some follow-ups. So I'm going to start with the first one right here, right now. First question is, tell me who you are and what you do here at Lenovo.
Sure, yeah. So my name is Kimberly, and I look after our Microsoft alliances across the EMEA region for Lenovo Smart Collaboration. And for those watching in the USA, EMEA is Europe, Middle East, and Africa.
I really appreciate you joining me from all the way across the pond. It's nice to know that we have some great people over in your neck of the world doing the things you do. I'm going to move on to the second question now. The second question is, how did you get here?
So I'm home-based, so I'm about 5 meters away from my bedroom. So that's literally how I got here.
No, okay. So I was actually asking more about work history. What did you do before this? How did you get to be the Microsoft expert you are?
Okay, so I have quite the career already. I have been in the IT industry for 15 years now. I'm much older than I look. I started off in marketing, but I've always been in channel marketing. And so after 5 layoffs, I decided I wanted to, five, and all through mergers or acquisitions, or there's been some stormy financial times, isn't there, in those 15 years. So I made my way through the IT industry, which sounds bad, but I'm very, very proud of my path. With 5 layoffs, it allowed me to work within resellers, within CSPs, cloud service providers, within distribution and manufacturers. So I really have, to use an overused word, I really have a very holistic experience, and I've seen in the industry, and I've seen experience and selling and creating propositions and creating value within every corner of the supply chain. And so I'm really proud of that. It's obviously been destined for me, and it's I think until recently there's been a lot of stigma and a lot of unconscious and conscious bias around layoffs. But I'm so proud that every plot twist, is what I like to call them, led me to a higher paid role, a different role, and more experience. And now my IP is so valuable to Lenovo. So I transitioned from channel marketing roles into a Microsoft Alliance role, which is truly where I think I now will always belong, Alliance and channel, and that kind of strategic central leadership position, because of the experience I have, because what I love about my job is people and adding tangible value, where I can bring different cultures and nationalities within my side of the world, and within the scopes that I'm in control of programs and resources and funding, where I can bring that all together from that very varied past and experience.
Well, so that's an incredible history, and I'm happy you're here with us now. So congratulations on that front, I guess. But you mentioned unconscious bias with the layoff. So you're talking about after you've been laid off, nobody wants to talk to you because of you've been laid off. There must be something wrong with you, kind of thing. Is that what's going on?
I think. So from my direct and lived experience, where we call it a CV, you would call it a resume, so we call it a curriculum vitae, where there's just a list, and you have a recruiter, intern or external, they are just ticking boxes, and they're just trying to put people forward for the role. They're just trying to get their commission. And I think if they see the experience that you normally have on the first page of your resume, and they see you only staying somewhere a year and a half, 2 years, there is until recently in my lived experience been a massive bias, because you're seen as not committed, you're seen as, I don't know, fireable, disposable, then before they've even spoken to you or even put you forward. I've had so many recruiters say, oh, you need to change this before I'm going to put you forward. And I am now at the point in my life where I say, no, actually, I love my resume. I like how I put it together. I spent a lot of my time and a lot of my, and not just time, but a lot of me in that time making and creating it, where I've had creative roles. I make sure that I can communicate and this person reading my resume immediately sees how creative I am, not just with marketing, but in the way I communicate and the way I go to market. So I'm not going to change my resume for anybody now, and I'm so proud of, like I just said, I'm so proud of my experience. So, but I have had to fight that battle more times than I'd ever like to admit.
So hearing this, it makes me thrilled for you that you've had the strength of person, strength of character to be able to get to where you are today, doing that. And I think that's absolutely an amazing skill set to have, and keeping that under your hat is just probably one of the greatest things I could ever ask of any friend or coworker or what have you. Along with that, though, is that frankly, from my perspective, and this is again my show, I'll tell you my perspective. I would rather have a strong character, a strong person, and somebody who's a good person than somebody who may be more technically apt in any given role, simply because of the fact that skills can be trained. People are going to be people. Yeah. And it's one of those nifty things that I love the fact that you're doing what you're doing now. That's an amazing thing. So kudos to you.
Thank you very much. That means a lot.
So on to the third question now, quick subject change. Third question is a little bit more difficult, and that is tell me something about you that people may not know.
Yeah, so Mark did warn me about this question. And he knows I'm quite the prolific LinkedIn poster around my journey and my life. And I said to him, okay, so writing LinkedIn post, and then actually audibly talking about it on video feels completely different. I feel so much more exposed and vulnerable talking about it out loud, but I'm going to. So in the past 12 months, I have lost 15 kilos, for whatever that is in pounds. Mark will let you know. And I have built an incredible amount of strength, and I have taken up the hobby of bodybuilding. Which is, I guess, not like, maybe there's some bias there around women doing that kind of thing, but I can tell you there is no better feeling on the planet than feeling strong, than walking over to a leg press in a gym, loading it up with 350 kilos. Our group of people, mostly probably male, thinking she's not going to push that, and then she does, and just they don't even have to say anything. That look of, she's strong, that is the best feeling on the world, the best compliment you could ever receive in the world as well. So my point is, and I guess what people wouldn't know about me is, a year ago, totally different Kimberly would not have gone and loaded up a leg press and done that by herself a year ago. And I'm so proud of the mental and physical journey I've put myself through in the past year, and I think as a part and kind of rounding off my lived experience around layoffs, and around the pandemic and what we faced as an industry in the past year. I think people definitely wouldn't have expected me to have taken up that hobby, wouldn't expect me, little old me with my English accent, to be a lot stronger physically and mentally than I look. Cool.
So, Kimberly, that is absolutely freaking amazing. And I think that it goes to show your strength of character, I guess physically strength. I don't know that I could do that with that much weight. And I'd like to think my legs are pretty strong, but I don't think I could do that. So again, good job. Kudos to you.
I'll send you the video. It's just crazy because I don't know if you know about a leg press, but it's like a seat with a plate, and then either side is loaded up with the plates, and it's just ridiculous. There's like that many plates on either side. So, legs are very, very strong because we walk on them all day long. But,
you say 330 kilos?
350, yeah.
350. So for us Americans, that's over 700 pounds.
Yeah.
All right? So that's insane. Wow.
Little arms, you can't see my muscles, but yeah.
Kudos to you.
I've got really short arms. I'm a very small person. I'm 5'3", but I have got not freakishly short, but short arms. Like, it's a joke. It's an ongoing joke at the gym. And so a lot of my gains in my arms have gone to my triceps because they're really short. So it is quite funny. I'm very proud of them. But yeah, and I think it's quite a rare thing. I don't think anybody would look at me and think, oh yeah, she likes to go lift really heavy shit.
So I don't think I would have thought that when I first met you, that is for sure. But thank you so much for sharing that. I think it's an amazing thing that you've done with yourself, for yourself, and I'm jealous, I guess is the best way to describe it. I wish I could do that to myself.
Do you know what? I wish I had fell in love with the gym this way. You know, I'm 36, which I know is younger than you, but I wish I'd done it 10 years ago. I kicked myself for never, you know, for not really truly finding me and what matters to me. But I only would have done that. I've only done it because of, you know, pushed myself through therapy in the pandemic, and then gone on this journey. So, but yeah, like every little, like literally every little step on your smartwatch counts.
Thank you so much for joining me here today. Once again, I love having you on. We'll have to have you on again on another segment at some point in time, hopefully in the near future. But to everybody out there watching, thank you so much for joining us here today. I love the fact that you're watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And while you're at it, leave us some comments. I love reading the comments when you leave them. But please do leave some comments. I love reading them. Thank you so much for joining me today, Kimberly, again. And thank you all for watching again. And I guess we'll see you next time. Thank you.